Hey everyone, welcome back to another practice. So far we made good progress here, and we have, made a significant amount or wrote a significant amount of the code here. But we have a problem right now. So one of the problems here is that if you run the code, you see that we're going to have the question. For example, if I say true, that's pretty much it. We're not going to get the next question. So it's pretty much going to end at the first question that we get. So we need to actually fix that, and that's what we're going to do in this lesson. All right. So in order to do this, what we're going to do is we're going to create a new method, okay, that is going to continue asking the questions. All right. And it's going to check if we are at the end of the list. If we're not at the end of the list, it's going to go to the next question. All right. If we are at the end of it, it's going to just end the program. And naturally, in order to do this, we need to use a while loop for our program. All right. So the idea with this is that we need to create a method, and we're going to use while loop to basically ask if we are at the end of the program. All right. So we're going to say, hey, at the end, are we at the end of the program? And if the answer is yes, it's going to exit the while loop. If not, or at the end of the questions basically. And if the answer is yes, it's going to exit the while loop. If the answer is no, it's not going to do that, and it's going to ask the questions again, or it's going to run the next question, the next question object again, right? So that's the idea here. So how do we do this? So if you think about it, one of the things that we can do if you're going to go back to the quiz brain. So one of the things that we can do is that we have the question number, right? So we have the question number, and we add 1 to the number each time we run this, right? So one of the things we can do is we can get the length of the list, the question list, and check it against the question number that we're at the moment. And that way we can see if we are at the end of it or not. So let me actually explain how do we do this. So for example, if I actually use the length function, let's define a function. All right, let's define a new function. I'm going to call this, let's actually go down a little bit. There you go. I'm going to define a function called still has questions. All right. I'm just going to use self. Perfect. So just like that, we say we still have questions. All right. So we know that we can use the length function to length method to actually get the length of something. In this case, we can use the length to get the length of the question list. All right. So just like that, we use this to get the length of the question list. All right. So we know that we can do this. So let's actually check this against the question number. Again, we know that we have this question number here. So, for example, I can say if self question number, okay, is smaller than the length of this, the total length, one of the things we can do is we can say return true, else false. So just like that, one of the things that we did here is that we say, hey, check the question number that we're at right now and see if it's smaller than the total length of this question list, which would be in this case 12, right? Because again, we have 12 questions. So if the answer is, if it checks out, return true, right? And if not, you return false. Now the idea with this is that if we return true, one of the things that we can do is we can say, while quiz, let me actually just write that down, while quiz still has questions, checks out, we are going to continue running this. There you go. So the idea is that while this is still, true, we're gonna keep going and asking this question. But if it's false, meaning that if again we reach at the end of it, right, we hit the false, it's basically gonna exit this loop and end the program. So if I run this, take a look. So we're gonna get the first question. Again, I'm just gonna say nothing here. I'm just gonna put an A. There you go. So now we're asking all of these questions one by one. How awesome is that? So then when we reach the end of it, it's just going to end the program. And the reason, again, this works is that we're using a while loop, and this while loop is checking for this condition, which is while this quiz still has questions, and again, this number, the question number is less than the total length, it's going to return true. So just like that, we can actually just ask every single questions. And when we reach the end, we're going to just, you know, exit this loop, and or like it's not going to check out anymore, and we're going to exit this loop. Now, you know, that's pretty much it for this. Now, one thing that we can do is we can actually make this simpler, because I love simple code. So one of the things I want to show you, which I believe I haven't talked about in the course, is the nature of the return function. So, you know, one of the things that, if you think about it, I have the console here, and if I actually say 5 bigger than 3, okay, in the Python console, what do you think we're going to get? We're going to get true. Take a look. So you see, if 5 is bigger than 3, of course it is, right? So we're going to get the true. So just like that, we have this. Or, for example, if we actually get, if you put 5, you know, bigger than, let's say, 8, we're going to get false. So just like that, you know, we are going to get true or false. And basically, that's the idea with this. You know, this is like the return is going to basically, and we can use this to make this code very simpler. And the way we do this is that we can actually say return, right? And then self question number is, you know, smaller than the length of this self question list. So we can actually get rid of this entirely. And just like that, we can actually just, like, let's actually get rid of this as well. So just like that, we simplified this code. So you see, guys, what we're doing is that we're saying, hey, it's pretty much the same like as this. 5 is bigger than 3, and again, these are each numbers, right? So we're saying that return the result of this equation, and this again can be true or false. So we don't have to even use the if and else function here, if and else you know, statement here. We just have to, like, you know, just run this as a return, and this is pretty much going to do the same thing. If I run this again, let's run this again, and there you go, we're going to get the same thing. That's it. So we just made our code a lot simpler. Instead of using an if and else statement, we just like use the return statement here and return the you know, result of this equation, which is a Boolean method, which is a Boolean value, which is going to be essentially either true or false, right? So just like that, we simplify it. And now we're asking every single question. And now what we're going to do in the next lesson is we're going to check for answers, and we're going to keep score, which is the final part of this whole, you know, project, which is really exciting. So let me know if you have any questions, guys. If not, I'll see you in the next one.